All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Good Eagle Eye coming to again. This time with a preview. Yeah, I know it's a couple of days early, but I figured why not? People always moan about the fact that I do a live show only when Arsenal lose. Ha! I proved you wrong now. I'm finally doing one when Arsenal have won well. And I decided to have a friend of mine on with me. You guys know him well enough by now. It's Lee. Say hello to the people, Lee.
Good evening. Hope everyone's well. Thanks for tuning in again. And I'm looking forward to the semi-final. It can't get any worse than the 0-0 game the other day. So, yeah, there's actually gonna be a winner. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've got a ticket for this one. It's hopefully we get to the final, but I'm sure we'll come on to that in a bit.
Of course. So, obviously, it's a good opportunity to talk about yesterday's game because, like I said earlier, people always have this misconception with the show that we do, particularly when I go live, is that I only do it whenever Arsenal don't play well or Arsenal have a negative result. And yesterday was a positive result, and at least in the first half, it was an amazing performance. Both of us faced a lot of criticism. Me for the review I did for some stupid reason, but also for your Arsenal Fan TV interview, which is going a bit viral at the moment. Do you want to address that? Have a talk about what you thought about yesterday's game?
Yeah, I'll start with what I said about Sanchez first, quickly. Yeah, right. First off, I'm now a hero in the red side of Manchester. Fucking hell. I've got every Man United fan and their dog and their brother and everyone's tweeting me, telling me, "Oh, you speak sense." Yeah. And then it's quite funny, right? Because I've had a lot of hate on it. Yeah. But listen, I'm thick-skinned. I couldn't give a toss what anyone tweets from behind the computer, man. Do you know what I mean? But I'll say what I want. Yeah. And when I say something, I mean it. Yeah, which is why, like, I don't know if anyone's watched it, and if they have watched it, then it just came out. It weren't like I was stuttering through, and I had my answers, and I spoke logically, I thought, right? But the way I see it is how I said it yesterday, right? And looking back on it now, after like 20 or 24 hours later, if Arsenal had offered Alexis Sanchez what Man United have offered him, I still think he would have left. So when people are throwing out, it's all about money, it's all about the money, it's a load of rubbish, mate. It ain't all about the money, right? We've only got to go back to the summer transfer window when Manchester City did £200 million, and our fan base, Arsenal fans, were coming out with, oh, well, we can't compete with a whole country, right? So now, 5 months later, that whole country is now skint, yeah? And now he's going to Man United for money. We're the most backwards fans on the planet, mate. Yeah. And there's not many people like me, without blowing smoke up my own arse, yeah. There's not many people like me that just say it how it is. And if that goes against the grain, oh well. Yeah, like I said, I won't say something unless I can back it up. Yeah. And
I must admit, I completely agree with you. I think it's a nonsense argument that, Alexis Sanchez is only moving to United for the money. It's like, I'm sorry, are we talking about Man City? Because Man City are not exactly poor themselves. Going to Man City because he doesn't want to pay. They don't want to pay our asking price. But let's not act like Man City couldn't pay what United are paying.
But the way I see it, right, we should have sold him in the summer. That's where I'm sitting with it. Yeah, they offered 60 mil, rip their arms off. Yeah, take their money, right, and then go and spend that on somebody else. We didn't do that, right. That's the board and Arsene Wenger's fault for not taking that money, right? Now, it's got into a situation where it's come to January. Man City have come back in with a bid. We've said, well, no, we want more than that. And they've said, well, bollocks, you ain't having more than that. Yeah, there was a deal there for Sanchez. Yeah. And he probably agreed personal terms with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they didn't want to pay up the money to get the player, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when Man United come in, it's not Alexis Sanchez's fault that they've offered him 500 grand a week, as reported. Between me and you and everyone watching this, that's bullshit. They ain't paying him that. Yeah. And if you've noticed as well, right, the way the media have portrayed Sanchez is fucking scandalous, mate. Yeah. He's a troublemaker. He's this, he's that. Yeah. There's a story come out today that he tried offering a bird £1,000 to get in her knickers. Yeah, conveniently the day he's flying to Manchester. Come on, man. Yeah, it's all being leaked to make him look like the bad guy, right? I've had hundreds upon hundreds of people tweeting me going, he's a headless chicken, he's a scumbag, he's a snake. Yeah, all he does is give the ball away. Well, like I said yesterday, right? Neymar's given the ball away more times than any other footballer in Europe this season. Man's bagged over 20 goals this season and scored 4 of them in one game the other night. Do you think any PSG fan gives 2 flying fucks that he gives the ball away? Yeah? He probably gets the ball more than any other player in the team, so he's going to give the ball away more. Yeah, and the same with Sanchez. Yeah, and listen, he's gone now. It's going to be probably announced tomorrow or Tuesday. Yeah, that it's done. Yeah, I'm gutted, but life goes on, right? And I just felt that the way everyone was going on about, oh, we looked like we were playing with freedom yesterday because he weren't there. Load of rubbish. They're 13th in the league. Yeah, and regardless of whether they nearly beat Chelsea or nearly beat Man City, is irrelevant. They're 13th because they're bang average. Yeah, add into the fact that we had Mesut Ozil back, we had Nacho Monreal back, we had Lauren Koscielny back. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, man. Let's think about it properly before going and spouting absolute nonsense about Alexis Sanchez is the biggest problem and that's why we're shit. All it has done is deflect away from the fact that we're 6th in the table, even after a win yesterday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're nowhere near getting a title, right? We're out of the FA Cup, where we lost to a championship team that ain't all that. Yeah. And we've just sold our best player to Manchester or swapped him for Mkhitaryan. Yeah. All it has done is just paper over all of that, right? And I've said this 100 times before, on stream and off stream, right? Arsene Wenger's a lucky manager. And when I say lucky, I put a tweet out there earlier. When we played Lincoln and Sutton last season, yeah, they were the only 2 wins we had in 10 games, right? Them 2 games got him and the team, yeah, to a semi-final, right, of an FA Cup, okay? By that stage, we started playing well again, yeah, and everything's forgotten, right? We then go into the final, we win the final. So it's, oh, well, we won the FA Cup. Don't worry about 5th. Well, no, sorry. The FA Cup papered over the fact we finished 5th. Yeah. Then we go into the end of the season. Arsene Wenger signs a new deal. The Arsenal fan base is up in arms. And then out of nowhere, bang, Lacazette turns up. So again, everyone takes their eye off of it and goes, oh, we've signed Lacazette. And then you see all these people tweeting, yeah, the best front 3 in the league. Yeah. Well, sorry. If that's the best front 3 in the league, I might go and retweet all of these dickheads later, yeah? Because they were giving it the best. It was the best front 3 in the league, yeah? But now Sanchez is gone, he's dog shit and kept giving the ball away. The most fucking biggest idiots in football are Arsenal fans, right? And I'm not tarring everyone with that brush because there's some genuinely nice Arsenal fans out there that ain't deluded, right? But I understand a lot of Arsenal fans are hating because he's going to Man United. I get that. Yeah, but we see this shit 5-6 years ago with RVP, mate. Yeah, and 5-6 years later, it's happening again. So how's that his problem? That's Arsene Wenger's problem, the board's problem, and Stan Kroenke's problem. Yeah, that's not his problem. Yeah, we're seeing the same shit.
I was going so far as to say even some people we know have done that though. Like, yeah, maybe at the start of the summer, and I've seen that Twitter. Start of the summer. They were like, oh, you know, Alexis Sanchez will stay. I love you this. I love you this. And then as soon as he goes, it's like, oh, he's dead to me. He's dead to me. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, just be consistent.
See, that's the thing, Chris, right? I'm always one tone. Yeah, I don't flip-flop. Yeah. I don't say, oh, Arsene Wenger's this, Arsene Wenger's that. And then if I meet him, say, oh, Arsene, I love you and all that. Because I'd never do that, yeah? The same as if like, for example, Mesut Ozil. I don't particularly like the guy. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, we all know that. I don't particularly like him. I think he's holding our club to ransom, mate. I really do. Yeah, I believe that. Right? And that's another thing I said last night is the fact that, you know, if everyone's telling me, oh no, he's not playing a game, he's going to sign, right? Roll back to last year. Roll back to, I think it was June or July, and there was a story that come out that Mesut Ozil's not had any contract discussions since February. We're about 10 days away from February, a year later, and he still hasn't signed, right? So when I've come out with that yesterday about he's just let Alexis Sanchez take all the flack while sitting in the background tweeting "Yar Gunners Yar" and pull-ups on a fucking machine in the gym, yeah, and keeping his social media going, which, by the way, is nearly double the amount of followers on Twitter than Arsenal Football Club, yeah? Then compare that to Alexis Sanchez, who's just gone, bollocks, I want to leave. Yeah? He's got no PR at all. He's like, fuck this. I'm Wenger out. I'm going, yeah? And listen, they're both doing the same thing, right? If and when Mesut Ozil signs a contract, I will hold my hands up and say, yeah, got it wrong. Bang out of order for some of the stuff I come out with, and he's proved me wrong. Until that day, nah, because he's going to walk out for free, mate, I'm telling you. And then when all these people that have mugged Sanchez off, right, for just being blatantly honest and saying he wants to leave, right? And by the way, people are saying that he held the club to ransom. I've had that today as well, right? He signed a contract which Arsene Wenger broke by allowing him to go to Man United. Yeah? He was quite happy to see out his contract. Okay? He would have stayed till the summer. He would have stayed. Yeah? You know, so how has he held anyone to ransom? He's gone, I want to leave because we're shit. That's why he's left. Yeah,
I will say this to back up that point. Is that came out maybe about 2-3 weeks ago about how Alexis had actually verbally agreed initially to sign a new contract.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then we lost 5-1 to Bayern Munich, and he was like, hold up.
Yeah, why am I still here?
Why am I still here again?
What am I doing now? It was all a dream. Why did I do that? But
and the funny thing is yes, we all love the club. If you're an Arsenal fan, yes, we all love the club, yada, yada, yada. If you're just a professional person and you've seen that your business, let's say the people you're working for have just suffered a massive financial loss. Let's call it the equivalent of that. Meanwhile, you have another successful business that's been headhunting you for ages. You have a few that are headhunting you for ages. Are you still going to stay at a business that can fall apart at any second? Or are you going to go for another business that's headhunting?
I'll give you the best example of that, right? I said this to somebody after the game yesterday. If you work at Tesco, right, and you've worked at Tesco for 3 years, they've paid you 30 grand a year, yeah? You're contracted for another 5 months, yeah, and they're offering you new deals, and you're saying, no, I want to have a look at elsewhere, I want to see what else is out there, right? And then Waitrose come in and say, we'd like you to come in for interview. We're going to pay you 100 grand a year, and there's better chances of promotion. Yeah, we'll fast track you up into senior management. Yeah, what are you going to do? Right? Because I know what I'd do. I know what you'd do. Yeah, so when it comes down to a footballer, if the footballer plays for Arsenal, they're world class. Yeah, if they leave or they don't come to Arsenal, they're shit. Yeah, that is how fickle football fans are. Right? And it's not just Arsenal, it's every football fan. And I get it because that's part of being a supporter. You're supporting, yeah? Right? But at the same time, you make yourselves look really stupid when you come out with statements of we've got the best front three in the league. And then 3-4 months later, one of that front three fucks off to United and all of a sudden he's shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? I'm consistent with my views, right? Alexis Sanchez is the best player we've had for a decade. Yeah? That ain't even up for question, right? And I find that more people, and I've been surprised by some of them, right? Because they're Wenger outs as well. A lot of people that have been tweeting saying, yeah, right. Now I'm looking at it thinking, well, it's not Sanchez's fault. Yeah. Why? I'm not being funny. Yeah. I want out. I want to fucking get out of this club. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. And sometimes I sit there, I just think, why do I still support this shit club? Yeah. Right. But you keep doing it because, listen, I was born and raised Arsenal, man. Yeah. So if I want to fucking sit here after 30 odd years of backing this club and come out with he's not a snake, he's not this, and Arsene Wenger this and Arsene Wenger that, I'm entitled to say that, right? If you want to come out and say the complete opposite, yeah, cool. You're entitled to say that. Don't mean I have to agree and don't mean you have to agree. Yeah. But everyone should be entitled to say what they want. Mate, the abuse I got yesterday, yeah. Like, I'm just sitting there, like, I'm just scrolling through it, just pissing myself, mate, yeah. Right. And like I said, when Ozil walks off and especially if he goes to Manchester, to United, which I think will happen. I think Mkhitaryan's been used as a make weight, so it saves us replacing Ozil because there's the replacement. Yeah. Right. And then I think Aubameyang will then take over from Alexis. Yeah, that's why I think he'll play him wide left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's personally what I see happening. I think in the summer we're going by a defensive midfielder, a centre back, and a keeper maybe. Yeah, and that'll be the same. Ozil will walk off, and that'll be the same. That's what I think is going to happen.
So for me, I guess my stance with Alexis has always been, I don't blame him for wanting to leave. You know me. I think our whole contract strategy is poor. To me, if you've not agreed to shit by 18 months left, sell that motherfucker. I don't care what window it is.
Man United did it all the time, mate.
You see the situation we're in with Welbeck and Ramsey now? If these motherfuckers are not prepared to sign by now, in the summer, sell them. Fuck it, they're not irreplaceable. Welbeck and Ramsey.
Add into the fact that Petr Cech's involved as well. His contract runs out next summer. Monreal.
Get rid.
I think there's a few others as well.
In a place of strength. And then replace them. Actually replace them. And that's what Arsenal fans are worried about, because we don't go and replace them. And for me, my stance of Alexis has always been that, I don't blame him for wanting to leave. For me, I've always said, yes, it's the club's fault. But I also made a strong point in the summer. I just wish the club in the summer had made a strong stance. If their stance was to sell him, do it early in the summer and get the damn replacement in, and I would have had no complaints. I would have understood. You would have seen me make a video saying, I completely understand. Because at least you've taken control of that situation and you've dictated it, not the player. No problem with that. But they didn't. They let this shit drag, and his performances got worse and worse. And then as a result, what you saw are fans just turning against him and turning against him. And one of the criticisms people leveled at me in my review was because I jokingly put as a title, Alexis Who, right? I also went on into my I clearly laughed at the idea of Alexis Who, and I was just like proud of the performance. But in Arsenal fan zone, with Arsenal fans, if you dare praise an Arsenal performance, you're getting carried away. Oh, you think we're going to win everything. Oh, you think this. Oh, you think that. And I'm like, motherfuckers, what are you talking about? Please say we'll win shit. All I said was it was a good performance. The Alexis Who is clearly an ironic, funny joke. I'm sorry if that went over your fucking heads. But when you're getting carried away, I got one saying, I'm a bit disappointed in your for what? What are you disappointed about? That I praised a good performance when I saw a good performance? Then be disappointed. Be fucking disappointed. Understand. If you dare say anything good, you're running in. Oh, you think everything's going to be fixed? No, motherfucker. I just don't have time and energy for people who want to sit on the internet. No matter what. Alexis is not going in. Oh, I'm so angry at the club about the Alexis situation. Oh, I'm so angry about the fact that, you're getting happy about the fact that we had a good performance. Oh, I'm so angry that you praised this player. You praised that player. You praised Iwobi. Iwobi's been shit all season. Shut the fuck up. Leave me the fuck alone then. If you're coming to me with that type of energy, leave me out of it.
Do you know what? Can I just say as well, Iwobi was brilliant yesterday. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, he was quality yesterday, right? And I've slagged him off for a couple of months now. Yeah, because he's been shit. And this is what people don't grasp, right? People keep saying to me, "Oh yeah, but you've got an agenda against Mesut Ozil." Yeah, you've got an agenda. Yeah, my agenda is for that motherfucker to play well week in, week out. Yeah, and for 3.5 and the 4.5 he's been here, he's been bang average. Yeah, I don't care about an assist stat.
Ozil no matter what. And I've seen you say Ozil's played well all season.
Yeah.
Where the fuck has this been for 3 years?
Exactly.
That's the only question you've asked. Where's this been for 3 years? That's what. This is the player I thought you were going to get.
The only two games he's been shit this season, in my opinion, Watford away. He came on, missed the sitter, didn't bother tracking the geezer back, and then they end up getting a penalty, right? He's just walking back, and then Man City away. The rest of the games he's been decent.
Yeah,
Other than that, he's been decent. Yeah, you know,
he's been very good this season. And back to your point about Iwobi, I thought Iwobi was fantastic yesterday.
Yeah,
go onto Twitter, you would never know it.
No, see, this is the thing as well. Like, Arsenal fans have their favourites. Yeah, Mesut Ozil could fucking go and bang out their misses, mate. Yeah, and they'd go, "Oh, do you want me to clean up for you?" Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what he does, how he plays. All he's got to do is that one little pass sideways for 3 yards. Yeah, and it's, oh wow, there's fucking vines going around about it, and I'll look at it. Fuck off, man. Yeah. Yes, he's been good this season. Why has he been good this season? And I questioned that yesterday. Why is he? There's 2 reasons why. It's World Cup year, yeah? And no fuckers come and bid for him. Do you know what I'm saying? People keep telling me that he's better than Sanchez, Chris, yeah? People keep saying he's better than Sanchez. Sanchez had a team in China after him. Bayern Munich were in the summer after him. He's had Chelsea in January, yeah? Man City in January. Man United in January. 4 clubs this month have asked about Alexis Sanchez, yeah? And Bayern Munich in the summer. There's 5 teams. Where's the story of Mesut Ozil is being linked with so-and-so? There isn't one, right? That's because, and I fully believe this, yeah? Nobody needs a Mesut Ozil type player, yeah? And when I say a Mesut Ozil type player, everyone keeps saying he's unique. Yeah, he is unique. That unique that nobody wants him. Yeah, because he does it when he wants to do it. And that is what is so infuriating, yeah? When he plays well, he's fucking brilliant. Yeah, not just going forward, but defensively as well. He can do that. He did it yesterday. Yeah, he was running back, barging geezer off the bar. I'm like, what? Where's this guy been? Yeah? And like, you know, nobody's prepared to come in and go, here you go, here's £30 million. Here's 300 grand a week. We want you now. But I tell you what, when it comes to the summer, yeah, when he's not signed, they'll be queuing up around the block for him. Yeah, everyone will want him. But they'll find a way to fit him into a team. They're not going to play him as a number 10 because most teams don't play with a number 10. They play with 2 number 10s, really, don't they? With one striker, yeah? And they drift out left, drift out right, whatever.
So you believe Mesut's going?
100%. If he stays, then I'm going to eat some fucking humble pie, bro. Trust me.
I was about to say, let's be real. You know you're going to get bombarded with people saying,
mate, I'm ruined if he signs, bro. Don't worry about that. But like I said, I'm not an arsehole. I'll hold my hands up and say, do you know what? I was wrong. Yeah? I won't side skirt it. I'll come out and say, yeah, listen, I was wrong. And if he plays like he's played all this season and continues that into his next contract if he signs, I'm more than happy for him to be here. Yeah, but it's the first 3.5 years that has got me to the point of thinking, well, I don't give a fuck if you go, really. Do you know what I mean? Don't really care. You weren't the player that I thought we signed. The player this season is the player that I thought we signed. Yeah, and like I said, all these people that keep coming out telling me, oh, he's going to sign. Well, what's taking so long then? What has taken 18 months and he still ain't signed? Why is he holding it up?
Nah. What's he thinking about? And that's the thing. If you're going to be consistent, criticize Ozil as well.
Yo, no, you can't do that, mate. You can't do that. He's the golden boy, mate. You can't do that.
That situation is just the same as Alexis. You can argue to me if it's not the same as Jack's. Because at least Jack has actually come out and said to people, I'm ready to sign the contract. I've not had anything yet.
Yeah.
With Jack's situation, it's not the same. With Mesut's situation, we know that the club want him to stay. We know that the club has offered him something. All he keeps saying is, "Yah Gunners, yah," and come on, you Gunners, and this, that, which is all well and good. Where have you signed the team though?
Exactly. The difference between Sanchez and Ozil, yeah, there isn't any difference other than the fact that nobody has come in for Ozil. Yeah? If them 5 teams I listed a minute ago had come in for Ozil, yeah, would Arsenal fans be saying he's a snake and he's going to Manchester and he's a money grabber? No, of course they wouldn't, because it's the best number 10 in the world. Is he fuck? He ain't even the best number 10 in England. Yeah, come on, man. He ain't. De Bruyne is. Silva's better than him. Come on, man. Yeah, let's be real. He ain't the best number 10 in England. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's been brilliant this season. But ultimately, he's 5 months away from leaving our football club. Yeah, and until he signs, I ain't having it. Yeah, and he gets a free pass. It's bollocks, mate. It winds me up. Yeah, like I said, in the summer, every club will want him. Yeah, because they will just give him a signing on fee and give him a large wage. They're not going to pay a massive fucking transfer fee, yeah, and a smaller wage, which is still going to be large, but he can get over 400 grand a week somewhere in the summer. Yeah, and he's probably looking at Sanchez going off up to Manchester going, wow, you're on 3, 4, whatever it is being reported. What, you're on that? I'll have some of that. Go and work with Jose again. They've got Pogba. They've got fucking Zlatan still there. Got some big names there, do you know what I mean? Yeah, they've got the financial clout and the pulling power of a football club itself. That's without Jose Mourinho getting the players as well, because he's got the pulling power. They can go and buy anyone they want. Do you know what I mean? And like, Real Madrid have it, Barcelona have it. They have just the name. People want to go and play for them. Yeah, Man United have that. Right, and this is why I don't get people coming out going, oh, well, he should have. If he wanted to guarantee trophies, he'd go to Manchester City. What, and go and play 10 games and pick up a hollow title for playing a quarter of the season.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, because he's not contributed to it, so he'll feel like it's a hollow title. I'm about to say, well, how would it be a hollow title? He's not.
Exactly. He'll play 10, 15 games and wins the title. Sorry, but he won't feel like he's part of the group, will he? Come on, let's be real. He ain't been there from day one. Not only that, Chris, right? How many titles have Man City won since Sheikh Mansour took over? They've won 2. True. 2 titles. 2 in 9 years. Yeah, this is the 10th year. They've won 2. Right? So, yes, they're going to win 3 by the end of it, right? Now go and have a look at Man United's history. Come on, really? There's no comparisons between Manchester City and Manchester United. There's no comparison. One of them's a massive multi-billion-pound business. The other one is a club that's got a lotto win. It's like you know, I wind my Chelsea mates up all the time. I tell them they're Fulham with a lottery win. Yeah, that's what I say to them. Yeah, that's what I say to him. And don't be starting to give me hate, because I don't mind Chelsea. All right, so all the Chelsea fans watching, yeah, but Man City, I went to their stadium. I've watched us get beat up there this season. Right, what they have done around that ground and the ground itself from the outside, the little village and all that they've built, mate, it's unreal. Yeah, it is unbelievable. Yeah, but then when you get inside, it's like all metal, like just like cage, like it's weird, man. And then you go and sit on a plastic seat. It's like, come on, man. This stadium, you walk inside it and it's just shit. Yeah. Outside it looks great. Inside shit, right? And that sort of sums up Man City for me. Yeah. They got all the money they want, but they can't buy any class. That's how it looks to me. Yeah. And that's how I see it. Sanchez is leaving to go to a bigger and better football club. Regardless of whether they've not won a title for 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, they are the biggest football club in England. Yeah, so why wouldn't he go there? They win a title before we do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? They won the Europa League last year. They could win the Champions League this year with him now in it.
From Alexis's point of view, from a footballing sense point of view, it makes more sense to go to United. Because let's be honest, where the hell is he actually playing? Where?
To be honest, I do think he'd get in Man City's team. I do. Yeah, I do.
You think so? I'm not sure, bro. I think it will upset their current balance.
I'm not sure about that, to be fair. Listen, he's one of the top footballers in the world, mate. Yeah, right. He can make any team better, right? But I think he's in his head. Obviously, Man City never came back with the right money anyway, right? But I think in his head he did want to go there, yeah. And obviously he did want to go and work with Pep, I think, yeah? But they ain't come back in with the money.
You might need it more
right? But, you know, I said yesterday, you know, they were going, oh, but why wouldn't you go and work with Pep? Why would you go and work with Jose over Pep? But then I thought about it and I was like, well, hang on, he worked with Pep and he's chose Man United. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's a little, I don't know, because Pep did sell him, let's be real. Yeah?
Did you get the memo? Pep is Jesus Christ, apparently.
But I do think he'd get in the team though, Chris. I do.
That's what I didn't understand about being on Arsenal Fan TV. It was kind of like, well, like you say, well, why would you pick up Pep over Jose? He's a bum. I'm sorry, he's not Arsene Wenger. Like, what are you talking about here? You know, he's a credible manager who, listen, as much as I don't like the fucker, he is an absolute genius. And he's never worked with before. Anything else to his game that he probably didn't realise he needed to know. You know, yeah. I think the challenge
that now makes them a better football club, better team.
Exactly.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Man City, yeah, they're walking a title this year, right? But who's to say they're going to win it next year? Or the year after? Or the year after?
Exactly.
Yeah? If Man United go out in the summer and go and buy a couple of midfielders, yeah, and maybe a couple of centre-backs, yeah, they're all on, mate. They keep De Gea there. They are all on for a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then if you compare that to us, we're fucking light years behind.
Yeah, when you compare it. Well, speaking of us, now I know you're doing a transfer special, so I don't want to talk too much about Coquelin, because I know both of us are going to do a separate transfer specials, but possibly could get. I do want to focus on that. So apparently, it looks like we are on the verge of sealing Mkhitaryan, if not done already, and we're just going to announce it tomorrow. It's looking like the Aubameyang deal is moving a step closer about the Mkhitaryan deal.
I'll be honest, right? Like I said a minute ago, you can't get many better players than Alexis Sanchez, right? So when I heard that we were linked with Mkhitaryan as a swap, I was just like, is this a joke? Yeah, like, is this really a joke? How about give us Martial? Because I think Martial's got the ability to become a top footballer. Yeah, and when we were linked with Mkhitaryan, I was thinking, oh, fuck off, will we? Really? This Arsene Wenger all over. Yeah, but the fact that Aubameyang is now looking like it's getting done, yeah, and I do think that would be done, by the way. I do think that's going to happen. Yeah, then that's all right. I'll take that. I'll happily take that. But it don't take my eye off of the fact that we need a centre-back or two, yeah, and we've let Coquelin go, yeah, to Spain, and we ain't replaced him. And now we've got Xhaka, who ain't a defensive midfielder, and we've got El Neni, who I think's half decent, but if he gets injured, then what do we do?
True. You played well.
I thought they all played well yesterday, to be honest with you. I thought the first 20 minutes was probably the best we've played for a long, long time, mate. Yeah, and we absolutely battered them in that 20-odd minutes. But at the same time, they're fucking dog shit, man. That was the worst defending I've seen for a long time as well. And it was funny, I said at half-time to a mate of mine, yeah, I said, you watch, this is going to finish 4-1. Yeah, I said, I guarantee we won't go and get another goal, and I guarantee they score. And that's what happened. And then if you compare that to Man City, to Tottenham maybe, Man United, Chelsea, yeah, the real like top fucking teams this season, Liverpool, if that was 4-0 at half-time, that would have been 7 or 8. Yeah, and that's what winds me up with Arsenal. I know we won, so I'm not going to be negative, but, you know, go and fucking really punish them. Go and really fuck them up. Go and score the 6, 7, 8. Yeah. But we don't seem to do that. We blitzed them, and it was after that. I mean, it should have been 7 or 8 in the first half, but, you know, there was a couple of shy. Wobie should have squared one to Lacazette in the second half, and he had a shot instead. Lacazette was fuming as well. He was kind of mad at him, man. But
yeah, he was, wasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I was going mad because I was thinking, bang it to him, man. He scores 2 then. Do you know what I mean? But I think that with Mkhitaryan coming, I think that we need somebody like him. So yeah, we need a bit of creativity. He hasn't scored many goals though, and that's what worries me, man. He scored 5 goals for Man United in the league, and he got 6 assists, and that's in 18 months. So, you know, I don't know how many games he's played in that period, but he's played quite a few, as far as I know. So, yeah, I think he'll be better suited to us than he would United. But it didn't fill me with like, oh yeah, great. If we had signed him directly from Dortmund, then I think I probably would have had a better opinion of him. Yeah, because he was unreal. But he's gone to Man United and a more difficult league, a bigger football club than Dortmund, a better manager than at Dortmund. And it's a tough league, and he's come into it and he's not really done it. Do you know what I mean?
But the argument is that supposedly our football will better suit him.
Why? Because our football's shit, mate.
But there's a lot more, I suppose, emphasis.
Maybe it will do. Maybe he is actually dog shit then. Come on, let's be honest. Barring 20 odd minutes yesterday or 40 minutes yesterday, which was the best performance we've had for how long? Yeah, our fucking football is so boring to watch, man. Yeah, I want to see us like the old days, going down the wing, pass, move, little triangles and that, man. We don't do that anymore. Yeah, all we do is just knock it safe passing. Yeah, sideways, backwards. But I think if we get Aubameyang in, I think that's a great signing. Yeah, that guy is a top banger, man. But when you're playing up against a team like West Ham, West Brom, Stoke, the smaller teams, you're not going to be able to utilise pace down the wings and getting in behind because they park the fucking bus. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I've said this 100 times before, Chris, right? We could go and buy Messi and Ronaldo, yeah, and still finish 5th, 6th, 7th, yeah. He would play him as fucking wing backs, mate, yeah. So, yeah, I am excited. I must admit, the thought of having Aubameyang at Arsenal, yeah, I'm quite happy with that, man. Yeah, with Lacazette, but then that makes me think, well, what's this mean for Lacazette now? Yeah, and I'll be honest.
Exactly. I think he'll probably go on the bench. I'll be honest.
Well, I'm not sure whether he'll go on the bench. I think he'll go out the club. Yeah, because I honestly think he didn't want to come here. Right? Obviously, we all know there was a deal with Atletico. Yeah, Atletico Madrid. They had a deal in place. That was all done and dusted, and then they got a transfer ban. Yeah, so that all went tits. So then we come in and went, fuck it, we'll have him. Yeah, and I don't think he wanted us, mate. I really don't. But I watched him against Bournemouth last week. Yeah, and his whole attitude, mate, he just looked disinterested. His facial expressions, and it was like he was looking around as if to say, "Why the fuck am I here? Like, what have I done?" Yeah, do you know what I mean? So,
just on that, in terms of a big shout out to Rio AFC 11. So he did a potential shape of what it looks like. Now, I'm going to retweet that onto my Twitter. So for those of you who don't know, there's a little @Colossal Chig. That's why I put that in my little Google thing here. So go follow me on Twitter. And it's on my Twitter, basically, of what it might look like from now to the summer. And he's gone with 2 up top, and that's Lacazette and Aubameyang, with your boy Ozil just behind that. And then kind of in a diamond formation, so with Mkhitaryan, the other, El Nene of all fucking people, being the anchor.
El Nene got in the team, boom.
And then a back 4 of Kolasinac, Costa Boss, as you call him.
Oh,
I'm so stoked. I love it. And Bellerin, which I like the look of. I must admit, I do like the look of that.
I would personally play a 4-2-2-2.
Okay.
That's what I'd do. I'd play a 4-2-2-2. I'd go with a back 4. Okay. I wouldn't have the boss in there. That's for sure. I'd go and buy a new centre back. I would have bought Van Dijk, mate. That's what I would have done. Listen, the boss, yeah. The boss is nearly a fucking the boss is nearly a pensioner, bruv. Yeah. Man's crocked. He'll have a walking stick out and everything soon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, his fucking his Achilles is fucked. Let's not keep playing this guy, man. Let's move on. Yeah, let's just move on. Doesn't matter whether we play him, Chambers, or fucking Holding. Yeah, we're not going to finish top 4. So does it fucking matter? So play the kids, man. Put the kids in there. So yeah, I'd go with I don't know. The Spanish Justin Hoyt worries me as well. Fucking, I'd go and replace him. I'd flog him to Barcelona this summer as well.
Bankrupt by the time leaves for you.
But I don't know, man. I think what I'd do is yesterday as well, right? And a lot of people agreed with me on this. I'd go and buy Idrissa Gana Gay. I've said it before, here, man. That geezer would be cheap. He's
I've
decent.
also said that before. Yeah,
he's got better tackling and interceptions than Kante, and has done for 2 seasons. Yeah, and he's exactly what we need. He ain't going to go running up the pitch like fucking Xhaka. Yeah. He's just going to sit there and go, "Oh, I've nicked the ball. Right, give it to Ozil, give it to Lacazette, and just sit there, not go over the halfway." And that is what you need, mate. You need a proper guy that's going to patrol that fucking midfield area in front of the defence. Yeah, and that's why I'd play two players there. I'd play for the rest of this season. Obviously, it's difficult, but for next season, I'd go with a back 4, and then I'd put 2 defensive midfielders in there. Yeah, regardless of what team we play, I'd play 2 holders. Yeah, and then I would go with Jack Wilshere behind the striker, right, in the next 2. With if the superstar's still here, then him, and then go with Lacazette and Aubameyang up front. Yeah, so you got Lacazette, Aubameyang, Wilshere, Ozil. Yeah, but then you've got your 2 holders. Yeah, and
so
get one of your
holders. Getting into your team.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. If the superstar's still here, then no, he ain't. But if he ain't, then yeah, he's getting in. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It all depends on whether Ozil's here. Because for me, I don't see how they all get in the same team. I really don't. I cannot see how all 4 of them are getting in the same team. Yeah, because they're all getting the same team with, unless we go to a 3-5-2. Yeah, but then again, we've looked so shit with a 3 at the back. I think we look so much more fluid and so much more stable. Yeah, with that extra midfielder in there. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not getting paid 10 million quid to make these decisions, man. But if for me, that's what I'd do. I'd go 4-2-2-2. Yeah, now I'd have Aubameyang, Lacazette, Mkhitaryan because the superstar's going next to Jack. Yeah, but you also know Jack will get up and down. He'll get backwards as well, right? Then you have your 2 holders. True. Yeah, you get your 2 holders in there. Whether you want to play Xhaka as one of them, even though he's not a DM, but you could play him as one of them, and then have Idriss fucking Gana Gay in there. Yeah, but then what you do is you say, like, you get your partnership going with the guy next to you. Jack and fucking Mkhitaryan could have a little partnership going. Right, I'll track back on this one. You go on the next one. Yeah, the same with the DMs. Right, I'll bomb forward now. You sit back. Yeah, we don't have any of that, man. And everyone just goes forward and goes, "Oh fuck, tracking back." Yeah, but then if you look at the bench, you'd then have, yeah, you'd have Ramsey on the bench. Well, that's not a bad substitute. Yeah, Giroud would be on the bench again. Not a bad substitute. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But it's Bennett's love child, Ramsey. Love started him, so no matter what.
You'd have El Neni on the bench as well. You could put him on the bench. That's now not a bad substitute, is it? Then you go down to your defenders. Yeah, you've got a couple of defenders on the bench. I don't know. Callum Chambers could be one of them. Go and buy another one. You've got Rob Holding there or whatever. But you know, you've got Mustafi that could play at the back. So I think that we've got the makings of a good team. But ultimately, Arsene Wenger will cock it up like he always does.
So for me, I know you mentioned Gay. I've mentioned Gay before quite a few times as well. One I'm really high on at the moment is Decor from Watford. I'd have a big Patrick Vieira-like figure. I know he plays as a number 10 for Watford at the moment. What if you were to slot him in? He'd be, his presence alone can't tell me he wouldn't be effective. Clearly has an eye for goal, but is defensively very good as well. I have no idea why.
I think that he's good. Let's be real. He's a good player, yeah. But for me, who was the one a few years ago? I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, he think who did he play for? Fuck, I can't remember. But there was a player a few years ago, yeah, and everyone was banging on about we should sign him, we should sign him. Very, very tall, very, very big. I can't remember what I think it was Newcastle or West. It might have even been West Ham. Yeah, who was he? I can't remember. It come to me.
About Canute?
No. What's his Koyate? Yeah, no, it's not him. No, it was going back about 7 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember. Fuck knows. But yeah, it was the same with him, and I can't remember his name, but it reminds me of him. Yeah, and that guy's nowhere now. Yeah, he had a couple of seasons in the Premier League, linked with everyone, and then just disappeared.
The chat room are saying Diame.
That's him, Diamo. Where's he now?
Okay.
And that's what Decore reminds me of. Yeah, Diame, everyone wanted him. Every Arsenal fan I spoke to at that time was like, yeah, get him. Yeah, he'll be cheap. Go and get him. He's the Patrick Vieira. Yeah, he's big, he's tall, he's gangly. He can have it. He's got a shot on him. Yeah, he's got a tackle on him. Where is he then? Where is he now? Yeah, and I think Decore will be the same thing.
I just wanted to thank currently the 238 people watching live with us.
Mate, I swear
thank you.
Mate, they listen to my ramblings every week, man. It's like, Jesus, they come back for more.
I know. They must think we're crazy. I hear you crush the like button and you hit that subscribe button while you're about as well. Just as we start to kind of wind down, let's actually move this along towards the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. That's why a lot of people came. You would never think, you would never know it because we've spoken so long. We haven't actually touched on the game itself. How are you actually feeling about, and how important is it that we get through this game? Because I will say this. It looks as though, just judging by the substitutions Wenger made yesterday, by taking Ozil off when he did and putting Reece on, he's got that game in mind on Wednesday, which is good because to me, I want to see a strong team against Chelsea. I want us to have a strong team, go out there and get through to this final. What do you think going into this game?
Well, I agree, mate. I want to get to the final. I've said all season I want to win it. If we were in it, why not try and win it? I think a lot of people don't realise we haven't got a game this weekend. Yeah, because we actually play Swansea the following Tuesday, so we ain't got a game this weekend coming up. Or we're still on Sunday, so next weekend. So yeah, we've got Swansea on Tuesday night. Another game I'm going, mate. I don't know why I signed up for that one. Jesus Christ, mate! Tuesday night away in Swansea at 7:45. I'll be getting in about 3 a.m. and then the next day is deadline day, isn't it? So, but yeah, I think with that in mind and the fact that we've totally nosed up the FA Cup, which is why we haven't got a game. Chelsea have got a game at the weekend. Yeah, so I think that slightly goes in our favour because Chelsea have one eye on the game at the weekend. Yeah, whereas we won't because we can just go, right, we're going all guns blazing for this. We've just got to do it. And to be honest, I'm really confident. I don't know why because, like I said, we've been bang average all season. Bang average is being polite as well. I think we've been dog shit all season. But I think that we will get to the final. Whether we win it or not, well, I don't know. It's a final. Anything can happen. You know, we beat Man City last season in the semi. Although, let's be real, they're not through yet. It took a last-minute goal to go 2-1 up against Bristol. So, and they knocked Man United out of the previous. Oh, mate, yeah, it was a really good result for them. And fair play to them, man. They've knocked 4 Premier League teams out this year. To be like a couple of goals away, maybe, from going to the final, then unreal for them, mate. But yeah, I think we'll win. I think we'll win quite comfortably as well. I know Chelsea spanked Brighton yesterday, but they ain't been playing great recently either. And I don't know. I just think that, you know, we're good at home. We nicked a 2-2 draw against them the other week. I don't know, man. I see quite an open game. That's what I think. I think it'll be quite open. Both teams will have chances, but they've got Morata up front, and unless it's a cross, he ain't scoring. Yeah, he can only seem to score headers. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I personally think we're going through, and like you said, he subbed Ozil off yesterday. That was quite telling. So he's going to start. I think that obviously Jack's going to start that game. I think we'll go with the strongest team we can possibly put out. And like I said, I think Chelsea are going to have an eye on the game at the weekend. Although I don't know who they're playing. I can't remember who it is that they've got. It's I don't know. Is the FA Cup a massive priority for them right now? It probably is because they ain't going to win the title.
The most realistic of the trophy other than the League Cup.
Well, that's
so
it. You know, if Conte, I think Conte is gone at the end of the season. So
me too.
You know, this is why it's a tricky one because if they get to the final, they can beat Man City. So can we. Yeah, but it's going to be difficult for either of us to beat Man City. But I don't know. That's why I think it'd be a good game. I think it's going to be end to end because I think Conte knows he's gone. And they might just go, fuck it, let's just.
Out of interest, would you have Conte?
All day long. All day long, mate. I'd have Mr. fucking Blobby over Arsene Wenger right now. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I would. I'd have anybody other than Roy Hodgson over fucking Arsene Wenger. I would.
Why not Hodgson? Why not Hodgson?
Oh, mate, seriously, that geezer's more deluded than Wenger, and that's fucking saying, yeah? Seriously.
Well, hey, look, he's got a lot out of Palace, I'll give him that.
Like, mate, you wouldn't want to get your gear out around him either. Have you seen his Uta? Jesus Christ, mate. Fucking hell. Man, mate, I might start calling him Dyson. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh.
but no, I wouldn't have Hodgson, man. But yes, I definitely would have Conte. I think for me, it's a no-brainer. Go and get Ancelotti. That's what I would have done before he went to Bayern Munich. That was my first choice, yeah. But if Conte's available in the summer, which I think he's going to be, I think Ancelotti's nailed on to go back there. Yeah, you know, you
said in the chat room. The chat room, shout out to him, by the way.
Evening,
Marco Silva's available. Marco Silva's available.
Mate, that's one of the biggest cock-ups they've ever done, Watford, right? They could have got compensation for him.
Crazy, yeah.
And then a few months later, pot him. You know, how must Everton be thinking right now? What must they be thinking? They could have had him. They went for Big Sam, and now he's available. Mad, isn't it? That's football, man.
It's crazy. I mean, where did Watford think they should be? Like, where do they think they should be?
This is what makes me laugh with Premier League football teams, Chris, right? You've got West Brom, yeah, who sacked Pulis, right? And I'd take Pulis over Wenger. Yeah, we wouldn't be shipping 4s and 5s, that's for sure. Yeah,
take that for free. Get him in as a defensive coach.
Exactly. Steve Bold don't do nothing, so fucking hell, it can't be any worse, can it? Right? But where did West Brom think they should be? And now you've gone down to Watford as well, and it's like, what do these owners actually see in their club? Where do they think? Because let's be real, the top 6 places are done. Yeah, they're done. Yeah. Burnley, where they should be, they've been brilliant this season. Yeah, and I think they'll stay there. I think the top 7 are done. Yeah, so where do West Brom, Watford, and all these other teams think they should be? Because to me, anywhere above 17th is a result. Yeah, and I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
exactly.
just coming back onto the game Wednesday. I think it's a last chance for Conte, like I've just said, because it's not a last chance because they've still got the FA Cup and they're still in the Champions League, although they've got Barca and good luck on that one. But I think this is probably their best chance to win a trophy. Yeah, but I also see it as our best chance to win a trophy, which is why I think it's going to be a great game. The first game was boring as fuck. Both teams were just like, okay, let's just not lose. Yeah, it was just so boring, man. But the 2-2 game in the league, mate, that was one of the best games I've watched all season. Yeah, not just an Arsenal game, but in general, that was one of the best games I've watched, mate. That game had everything. Yeah, had Jack Wilshere diving and getting away with it, and Chelsea fans getting the ump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had Morata missing a hatful of chances. Yeah, us missing a couple and then scoring in stoppage time. You know, it was a brilliant game of football for a neutral fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I see this game. I see it like that again. It could be a high scorer, but I think we'll beat them comfortably. I think we'll do them 3-1. And
Wow.
we'll get a day out at Wembley.
See, for all of those people saying that Lee's negative, and said we'll beat Chelsea.
I've got an agenda apparently. Yeah, my agenda is to win.
I too think that I'm quite confident that Arsenal are going to do a job on Chelsea, and I feel like it'll be a bit closer than what Lee's come out with. But I think it'll be 2-1. I think we'll get there. We'll bumble and stumble our way into this final.
I think also, right, I see something today about Rudiger, and the last 7 or 8 games he's played, they've kept a clean sheet.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. The one game in the last 8 that they haven't was the 2-2 at the Emirates. Yeah, or wherever it was. I might have got that stat wrong before somebody puts me right. But yeah, the one game he hasn't played recently, they conceded, whereas the other 7 he hadn't. Yeah, so I think he's a good player, man. I really do, and I'm shocked we didn't go for him in the summer. But I think he's a lot better than Gary Cahill, and for me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd want him in there every week. So, but
for people who are looking at our new signings that can potentially make an impact in that game, Mkhitaryan is cup tied.
Yep.
So he won't be able to figure in that final. Do you really see Arsenal closing out a signing within 72 hours?
No.
So they would need to.
No,
in order to register.
Listen,
register Aubameyang for that game, I should say.
Just coming on to Aubameyang quickly about the cup tied and stuff like that. There's things going around at the minute. He's cup tied for the Europa League because they dropped down, didn't they, Dortmund?
Yeah.
I think we can overturn that because he hasn't actually played in the Europa League. Yeah, so I think that will get overturned because we're in the Europa League and we're giving Sanchez to Man United.
Yeah.
And Mkhitaryan's coming our way, and neither of them are played in the competition that we're about to go in, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, just because it's the other way round and they've dropped down from one into the other, how's he cup tied? It's stupid, isn't it? But I think, seriously, mate, I really think that's a done deal. I think we're going to get him. Yeah, and I think we'll get that overturned as well. I think he'll be able to play, and we'll probably go on and fluke a win out of it and lift 2 trophies, and Arsene Wenger's a god again, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
All right. So, real quickly then, before we go, I don't really want to do like a spoiler of your team, but what would your hope for 1 to 11 be for your team?
You watch, if I don't pick the same team on tomorrow when I do my preview, everyone's going to go, you said
But at least you could say, well, I've had a thought about it and I've decided to do this.
Right, I'd go with Chig in goal. And by the way, when is Chig going to keep his 200th clean sheet?
You know what I mean?
I'd go with Bellerin right back. I'll go 4 at the back. I'll go Bellerin, Mustafi, the boss, and Kolasinac. Midfield, I would go with... See, this is a tricky one, right? Because I know Aaron Ramsey was ill yesterday. Yeah, which is why he didn't play. But if he's not ill...
expect him to be back, though?
Yeah, if he's not ill, then I'd play him. Yeah, and then I'd put him next to Xhaka.
Okay.
I think he's done a bit better recently, the last couple of games, Xhaka.
Yesterday, he wasn't as bad as people made out. I thought he was all right yesterday.
Yeah, I thought he was all right yesterday.
I never give Xhaka credit. Well, there you go.
But mate, I've got Xhaka on the back of my shirt, for fuck's sake. It's all my fault, man. I jinxed him. Yeah. So yeah, I'd go with them 2. I'd then go with Jack and Ozil behind Lacazette, but I'd also... Hang on, I've not picked enough players, have I? 4-2-2-1. Yeah, I've not picked enough players. Okay, Ramsey, Xhaka, go with a 3, so a 4-2-3-1 then, and go with Iwobi in there as well. So Iwobi, Jack, Ozil, but I'd put Iwobi on the right side of that. I'd put Ozil in the middle and then Jack on the left side of that, and then go with Lacazette.
So other than Kolasinac, who misses out from Saturday? Other than Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Monreal,
yeah,
to fit Iwobi and Ramsey. So you've dropped El Nene, haven't you? Okay.
Yeah, El Nene don't make it, man. Yeah, I'd go with Ramsey, Xhaka, Iwobi, Ozil, Wilshere, Lacazette. So 4-2-3-1. That's what I'd do, and then Chig in goal, obviously.
For me, I'd go with the exact same team as Saturday, bar Kolasinac instead of Monreal, who's injured. Only because he's injured, because I thought he was fabulous yesterday.
He was quality, wasn't he?
So,
15 minutes.
He was quality. For his cameo, he was brilliant yesterday.
And I'm standing there. When I see the team, I was like, what the fuck's he doing back in the team, yeah?
Yeah, same. I'm like, right, okay, he's back already. Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah, man. Spanish Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, I love him. I love him. I love him.
If only we had another like him on the right side, man, we'd be all right.
What is Ven? By the way, very, very quickly before we end things, what is Wenger's problem with Kolasinac? Monreal came off. It was Ainsley Maitland-Niles that came on. So I thought that was one of his worst games when he came on. He did not look on it.
He weren't great against Bournemouth either, was he? He kept giving the ball away in that one as well. But,
he wasn't.
Which led to them going clean through a couple of times at Bournemouth. But I don't know, man. Listen, he was the best left back in the Bundesliga last year. He come in and we're all like, wow, he's scored a couple of goals. He's got assists. He's like muscling people off the ball. And then all of a sudden, bang, you're out the same. But
accidentally pissed in Wenger's coffee or something. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know, man. But he does it with Lacazette as well. Substituted him every game, albeit he did actually play the whole game yesterday, didn't he? So which means he probably won't start on fucking Wednesday. He'll have Welbeck up front. But I don't know, man. Listen, Arsene Wenger will never suss him out or figure him out until he fucking writes a book, mate, and tells us all about all this shit. But for me,
probably still write a book while he's in the job.
If Kolasinac's fit, mate, he starts. Simple as that. Yeah, he's decent, man.
Exactly. For me, same team. I just put Kolasinac in there. All right. Well, it was a real quick one from us today. Thank you to everybody watching and the 190 odd people that are still watching us now. Tell them where they can find you.
Thanks for watching, by the way. I appreciate that because I know I don't have to chat some shit sometimes, man. So I go off on one, man. I start hyping. Go way off track, but yeah, I appreciate it. You can follow my Instagram and my Twitter. Both of them are the same handle, @LeeGunner82. YouTube channel, which, by the way, is nearly on 8,000 subscribers now. So anyone who's watching that has already subscribed, big up that. And anyone who ain't going to subscribe, it's Gunnerbang. And it does bang.
It really does bang. And all his details and stuff, give me 5-10 minutes, will be in the description below. Obviously, if you're watching this in the playback, just look below, it'll be there. And as for me, I'm tantalizingly close to 2,000 now. I want to thank everybody who's recently subscribed. And if you want to subscribe and help me get to that 2,000, I'll love you forever. Thank you very much for that. It's very important to me, that number, because it's very, very close. If I'm being really honest with you guys, podcast number they were the first podcast I started watching. And they've just passed 2,000. And just for my own kind of gratification, I really want to pass them now. So the best way of helping me, subscribe button. Let's keep this movement going and help me get towards that number. I really appreciate it if you do. And also, before you go, drop kick the shit out of that like button. Or as Lee would say,
donkey punch the fuck out of the like button.
There you go. Only you can say. I can't say you're like. Only you can say it. I appreciate it every time you guys do that, and I appreciate you all for watching on a Sunday night. It's a real quick one from us because we won, and quite frankly, talk about the moment. So hopefully, Arsenal will go ahead and win against Chelsea, or I'll be back on here and I'll be bitching and moaning as per usual. But anyway, people. Take care. Peace. And
Wenger out. Wenger out. Wenger out.
There you go.